Hi, thanks for watching this video. This is Dan from mollyimage.com, and I wanted to do this video to those of you that are serious about boondocking in your Airstream or any other kind of travel trailer. One of the biggest power consumptions you have in your RV is these incandescent or halogen light bulbs. I've got three that I'm showing here, and these are the three general bulbs that I have in our Airstream. And our model is a 2007 Airstream International 25 FB, and these international models have these little halogen bulbs everywhere. And I've counted, there's actually 27 of these little round puck lights that go up in the ceiling, under cabinets, inside cabinets, in reading lamps and stuff like that. Actually, there's 27 puck lights, and then there's one reading light that uses these. These are halogen bulbs, 12 volt, 10 watt bulbs, so they consume a lot of energy for the amount of light that they put out. These are somewhat inexpensive to replace if you just buy these bulbs, and they're readily available. You can buy these replacement bulbs from Target, Walmart, probably Home Depot, and places like that. However, if you wanted to upgrade these to something that's more energy efficient, they're not going to be as easy to find. And let me show you some other bulbs first. The other types of bulbs that I have I believe three of these. This connector is called the T10 connector, and these are used in these wall-mounted sconces, and it's also used, I believe, in the entryway light that's just outside the door. Again, these are the traditional halogen, or again, I think these are halogen as well, type bulbs that use a lot of energy. So if you spend a lot of time boondocking, you'll realize that when you have all the lights on, you can literally watch the voltage meter drop, the voltmeter drop, if you have one of those set up in your electrical system. And it probably takes, you know, a full night of having all the lights on, or just a few hours really, to deplete your standard battery bank that comes with your trailer. The other ones that are popular in Airstreams are these. I believe these are called 1156 connectors. It's just a one terminal on the bottom, or one contact on the bottom, and then the metal around it, and it kind of locks in using these little nubs on the side. And I have 5 of these, 4 inside the bathroom and 1 inside the shower. And these are typically used in the overhead lights. That in the bathroom I got 4. It's two sets of 2, and each fixture has 2 that I can switch on, either 1 or both. So in the bathroom I can use 1, 2, 3, or 4 depending on how much light I want. When I'm boondocking, I typically just have 1 of these on to try to conserve energy. So anyways, the way to save energy to be able to prolong your boondocking experience is to upgrade these. And the best way to do it is to go to LEDs. And there's some very nice, very new LED technology that have light temperature, the light intensity, pretty much as bright and as warm as these lights that are available nowadays. And I'll show you what they are. And first of all, I'll show you where I got these, where I got the replacement bulbs. I got them from www.led4rv.com, and it is run by a gentleman named Dan Brown. Very nice guy. He can answer all your questions about what kind of trailer you have, what kind of fixtures you have. He'll send you pictures of what these look like so you can compare them with what you've already got. Tell him exactly how many you need. He'll He'll set the order up and ship it out to you, or you can just go directly to the website if you know exactly what you want. Free shipping on orders over $30. Now be aware that these are going to cost a decent amount. But what's nice about these is that not just the power savings you'll have, which will prolong your boondocking experience and length, and that's something you can't really pay for unless you're upgrading your battery bank or adding solar panels or generators, and those things are going to be a lot more expensive. But compared to just a few bucks to get one of these are called G4 connectors, by the way. These are G4 bulbs. From Target, I believe you can get a replacement for something like maybe $3 or $4. But to buy one of these in LED from LED4RV, it'll cost you anywhere between $10 to $15 depending on the brightness. And there's two different types. Let me just show you right now what they are. Go ahead and move these aside. These are the ones that I'm going with for the most part. These are the 12 LED chip in warm white. There are two different color temperatures, warm white and bright white. I bought one of these just to kind of test them for color, so I can see it for myself. The 12 LED is the brighter of the two options, and the other option is the 9 LED. So this one cost about 10 bucks, and this one costs about 15 bucks. Like I said, I've got 28 of these inside the Airstream, and I'm not going to go and replace all of them because I never have all the lights on anyways. So I'm replacing all but 12 of them, and the 12 that I'm not replacing are the ones that are mounted in the ceiling, that are kind of the running lights that go all the way down the ceiling and back. We never use those. We just use the ones that are under the cabinets and inside the cabinets. So that's what replaces these G4 bulbs. And a little bit later I'll show you a side-by-side comparison of what's inside over here and also how to mount them. Okay, so the next one are these T10 bulbs. And these are replaced by, let me see, let me go ahead and show you one. These T10 bulbs right here, and there's 13 LEDs on this. You see there's 3 on each side, and there's 4 sides, and there's 1 on top. Okay, and this is also the warm white, and it's the same T10 connector. So the interesting thing about these is that the G4s, they're not polarity sensitive. You can put them in either way, but these are polarity sensitive. So if you put this in the wrong way, it's not gonna turn on, so you gotta pull it out and switch it. Okay, so these are about $15 to $20 for one of these. I'll give you the exact prices, and I'll give you links on exactly what model these are and where you can buy them as well. So the next one is this 1156 bulbs that replace the overhead panels in the bathroom. Now these are a little bit different because what you get with these, you actually don't get you don't get a light that's bulb shaped. You get a pad, you get an LED pad that replaces it. It's the same connector. So you put the connector into the same place where you pull out the bulb, and then you mount this LED pad in the space of that fixture using double-sided tape and Velcro. And that stays in there real well, and then there's a frosted cover that goes over it anyways. So, and these are really bright. Okay? And I'll give you a link to where to purchase this as well. And last but not least, I also got this one. Now the difference with this one, this is also a T10 connector, But the interesting thing about this is that this is designed to go in the exterior just above the door. This is the entry light. So it's more protected from just the elements, moisture, dust, grime, stuff like that. And then there's a little piece of aluminum tape that he includes with it, so that when you secure it on, you can wrap this around where the terminal plugs in to give it a better connection. So I'm going to try that out. So effectively, I'm replacing all the lights that I will be using inside the Airstream. As far as power saving is concerned, just for example, this 12 LED chip warm white G4 bulb, it will only use 12% of the power that one of these guys use. So this is a direct replacement for this, and as far as I'm concerned, it's just as bright and it's just about as warm. And in fact, I think these are a little bit too warm in that it kind of gives an orange yellowish light, and these are sort of a more neutral color, but it doesn't give any of the blue light that a lot of people think LEDs have. So for every one of these running for an hour, you can power about 8 of these running for that same amount of time. So that's the energy savings you're looking at. 12% of the energy usage that one of these do. So that's very significant. On top of that, these last, I believe, in a neighborhood of something like 5,000 hours, whereas I've had a bunch of these burn out already in the couple of years, actually since 2008 that I've owned the trailer. So these cost a little bit more, but you don't have to replace them nearly as often as these. And the third advantage is these, being that they're energy efficient, that uses about 1/8 the amount of power, it also produces only about 1/8 the heat that these do. If you have those puck lights, you know very well that these lights are like little heaters. And just by burning inside these little lamps and you touch the glass with your hand, it is very, very warm. Sometimes it can burn your hand. And I made a mistake. I've had a couple of the lights turned on while I'm working on replacing these bulbs. I turn it off to go and replace them, and I touch one of these bulbs, and it was scorching hot. So what that actually does too is that in the summertime, when you're running the air conditioning and you're running these lights, your air conditioning has to fight that much harder to cool the energy, the heat that's coming out of these bulbs, so that you're actually spending even more energy cooling down the inside of your trailer on top of trying to light it. So those are the 3 major benefits switching to LED. Personally speaking, I am most concerned with saving energy, so I can best use the solar panels that I have and the battery array that I have. So that is sort of a general initial rundown of the different types of LED lights that I'm using to replace the lights inside our Airstream. And in a couple of other videos I will show you what they look like. I'll give you some comparisons side by side of what the old ones look like versus the new ones as far as brightness and color temperature, and also some basic instructions on how to replace them. Alright, thanks for watching.